Hello everyone, welcome to Honnara's Arts and Lifestyle channel. Today's video is going to be a continuation of my Ashtalakshmi videos, wherein I will be showing you Alankaram of Gajalakshmi, and I will also be telling you a very short story of Gajalakshmi. So again in this video, I'll be showing you a very unique style of saree draping using a real saree which is smaller in size, suitable for that idol, and even the background decoration is going to be different. So please do not miss to watch this video till the end, because I'm going to give you lots and lots of tips for making Gajalakshmi Alankaram at your home. Gajalakshmi, also known as Elephant Lakshmi, is the giver of animal wealth or the giver of the power of royalty, as interpreted by Swami Chidananda. According to Hindu mythology, Gajalakshmi brought back the wealth lost by Indira from the ocean. Vasudha Narayan interpreted the name as the one who is worshipped by elephants. Gajalakshmi is depicted as four-armed goddess who is wearing light-colored saris, carrying two lotus in the upper two hands, and the other two hands are in Abhaya Mudra and Varada Mudra, and she is also surrounded by two elephants bathing her with water pots. Now before showing the Alankaram for Gajalakshmi, let me show you a very short story for Gajalakshmi. Wealth of elephants is often called as Rajya Lakshmi, as she blesses with fortune, self-knowledge and spiritual liberation. Her story talks about her birth from the churning of Kshira Sagara. Once upon a time, Maharshi Durvasa, who was the form of Rudra's rage, was passing through Nandanavana, a garden in Indraswarga. He saw Urvashi rushing towards the main gate in a hurry with Parijata Mala. He stops Urvashi and asks why is that she is hurrying. She told that Indra is coming by this way and she wants to gift this garland to him. As Durvasa also was going in that way, he takes the garland from her and tells her that he will surely give the same to Indira. When Maharshi reached the main gate, Indira arrived on an elephant and greeted him. Maharshi gifted the garland and blessed him, and then he left the place. Indira tells to his assistant in a pride voice that for a king it is a shame to use a garland gifted by a hermit, and orders him to place the garland on elephant's head. Irritated by the fragrance of the flowers, elephant picked it up and smashes it to the ground in a second. Maharshi, who had left the place, had witnessed the whole incident and gets very furious about this. He curses Indra that all of his properties, wealth and power will vanish into the waters of sea. Thus Indra and other divine beings became poor and they took refuge at the feet of Lord Brahma. When Brahma explains the situation to Lord Vishnu, he scolds Indira for insulting Maharshi Durvasa, who is none other than the wrath of Rudra himself. He advises to churn the ocean of milk, that is Kshira Sagara, so that everything can be regained along with Amrita. As all the gods were weak because of the curse, they approached the Lord of Rakshasas, that is Bali, for help. They decided to distribute everything that will emerge from the ocean among them. The Devas and Asuras both sought immortality and decided to churn the Kshira Sagara with mountain Mandara. The Samudra Mantana commenced with the Devas on one side and Asuras on the other side. Vishnu incarnated as a Kurma, that is the tortoise, and a mountain was placed on the tortoise as a churning pole. Vasuki, the great serpent god, was wrapped around the mountain and used to churn the ocean. A host of divine celestial objects such as Varuni, Airavata, which is a white elephant with 4 tusks, Uchchaishrava, which is the winged white horse, Kamadhenu, Kalpavriksha, Apsaras, and Chandra came up during the churning. Along with them emerged the goddess Lakshmi, bearing lotus in her 2 hands, and is surrounded by 8 elephants in 8 different directions, bathing her with golden pots filled with pure water. When she appeared, she had a choice to go to Devas or Asuras. She chose Deva's side, and among 30 deities, she chose to be with Vishnu. Thereafter, in all the 3 worlds, the lotus-bearing goddess was celebrated, and she blessed Indira and other gods with wealth, prosperity, and Swarga. Then appeared Dhanvantari holding the pot of Amrita, and Vishnu in the form of Mohini, and distributed the Amrita only to the Devas. Goddess Lakshmi is said to be the daughter of the sea, since she emerged from the sea, that is Kshira Sagara. So this is the story behind Gajalakshmi, and that is the reason why the background decoration that I am going to do today will be resembling that of a sea. Now that we have understood on how Gajalakshmi looks like and what is the story behind her, let us now see on how to do an alankaram for a Gajalakshmi. So this is the Vigraha in which I will be showing you on how to do a Gajalakshmi alankaram. So this Vigraha again doesn't belong to me. It was purchased by one of the subscribers, and she has asked me to keep it with me until I get the dresses and the jewelry ready before I courier it to her. So I just thought, let me show you this idol to you all, so that in case if you are interested, you can also purchase this idol. So this idol is a Panchaloha idol. So without Prabhavali, she's 10 inches tall. And the weight of this idol is 6 kgs including Prabhavali, and 3.6 kgs without Prabhavali. So this idol is available with and without Prabhavali also, just in case if you want to purchase. And again, the positive thing about this idol is that there is a space between the hand and the leg over here. So it will be much easier for you to drape the saris and all. Again, it is very cloudy today, so the video is getting dull every now and then, but this is how the idol really looks like, okay? So this is the original color of the idol. So this idol including Prabhavali, it costs 15,900 rupees. I repeat, the price is 15,900 including Prabhavali. So now, having introduced you to the idol, let me show you something very special about this Prabhavali. So you can remove this Prabhavali like this and you can fix it back. Okay, so for your daily use, you can just remove the Prabhavali and worship this goddess like this. And during festivals or special occasions, you can fix the Prabhavali. So that is the speciality of this idol. Now let me show you how I do alankaram for her as Gajalakshmi. So this is the saree color that I'll be using for today. Actually, it is not royal blue. It is showing like royal blue in the video. This is actually aqua blue color. So this is the color saree, and what I have done over here is, this is just a normal saree that I have used, just like what I have done for Adi Lakshmi alankaram. So I've just put some pleats over here in this side. So you can see there are somewhere about 15 pleats, 10 to 15 pleats. And the rest of the saree, I have just pinned it like this for the pallu all the way till the end. Okay, so now let me show you on how I do this. So take the saree which is like this and fold it over here. So now when you're folding it, make sure that one border is a little up and the other border is down, because over here we are going to drape a two-step saree. Okay, so hold it like this and tie it to the waist of the idol. So when you're tying it, make sure that this pleats which is there, so when you're tying, make sure that these pleats which is there, it is coming to the center. Okay, only then it is going to look nice. So once you have tied over here, the next thing is take the pleats, go from back side like this. Don't worry about this part of the saree being seen, it will all be covered up once we spread the pleats. Come around her waist, take this border around the knees like this over here. Make sure that you're not covering up the hand. Then again pull the saree tightly and take the saree around her knees here. Okay, you can later part, at the later part you can actually spread the saree, open it up and cover her leg, but for now let us first do it like this. So after you have done it till here, now the rest of this saree will have to go in between her hands, okay, and come from the back to the front. So now I have already put a blouse piece over here. Okay, this is again the same kind of a border that I had that we usually get along with the sarees. I've just put that blouse over here. Okay, and this part of the saree I have taken it under her hands here, pulling it really tightly. Take it from this side. Cover her upper part and remove any pins which are there. In this way. And now for a change, I'm just going to cover her upper part also in this way. So now when you are going to take it up like this, in case if the length of the saree is becoming more, what you can do is leave the rest of the saree back only and just take whatever part you need, only that part in the front, in this way. But honestly, if you ask me, for small idols I really don't prefer this style because it's only going to make this front area a little fat. So now you can see that we have already put the waist belt over here. Okay, now let me just remove these pins and I'm just going to spread the saree. So this is how the saree is going to look after you have spread the pleats over here. It is a two-step saree draping that we have used here. Now I'm just going to leave the pallu over here at a side like this as usual, rather than taking it from the up. Okay. Now let me show you on how I put the jewelry. So this completes Gajalakshmi Alankaram. Now let me show you what kind of a setup I'm going to do for this Gajalakshmi Alankaram. So this is the background decoration that I have done for Gajalakshmi. I have made an Alankaram in such a way that it looks as if she's sitting on a pond. So this blue color that you are seeing over here, it is just a normal dupatta that I had, fortunately of this color. And I've just put 3 flower lotus over here, the plastic ones. And a very beautiful lotus over here which is filled with golden coins. So this is nothing but sequels which are available. If you go to any of the embroidery shops and all, you should be able to get it, and this is very economical, it doesn't cost much. And the same sequel, I've stuck it on a sellotape over here like this to make it look as if it is coming from the hands of Gajalakshmi. Okay. And over here I have kept 2 elephants, and the elephant is actually holding a small pot like this. This is something which I got from Itsy Bitsy, and I have just used these kind of the plastic paper which come in blue color and white color, and I've just cut it and stuck it inside like this to make it look as if the elephants are offering water to Gajalakshmi. Very simple to do and looks almost like real water. In fact, if you can actually get a lighter shade of blue, it will look even better. So the back side I have kept 2 banana plants. And some of you were actually asking me regarding this lotus. So this lotus is actually available on Amazon. There are various colors in it, red, pink, I think silver is also there, and gold is there. I purchased gold because it should actually complement whichever saree I choose for these videos. That is why I have chosen yellow color. But red and pink are also very beautiful, just in case if you want to buy it. And on top of it, I've just stuck some ball chains and the stones chains and chumkis and all. Nothing much to do about this, just stick one layer by another layer and that's it. You're done. You can just use the creativity to decorate this. So I hope you all have liked this video. If so, please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to get automatic notifications every time I release a new video. Thank you.